Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Road to Rank 1. Episode 11, 12, 9, who knows. We'll be starting with a game against Awers, who is a meching Terran. Or at least, he usually is a meching Terran. Yeah, I say these things and then this will be the one game where he decides it's time to play some bio, but usually he likes to play mech. We'll be scouting, as if I recall, he also doesn't mind his early game shenanigans. Proxy barrack somewhere. Proxy marauder here or there. Perhaps in your natural. Who knows. So, my early game will... there's a couple of things we can actually do. It depends a bit what I scout here. So if I see nothing, like no barracks or anything. Okay, now there's a barracks at least. So then we just get Nexus before core. Send this one back. Now this is a gas first, which means any kind of attack will hit relatively fast. Okay, this is a very fast factory. This will be a marine then. Now the best thing to do against this is to get Stargate, I believe. So Stargate, Oracle into Phoenix. And ideally my second pylon would have been on the low ground as well. It's no reactor. If it's a reactor, this would have been indicative of some Hellion play. It still could be like a 3 Hellion play, but it could also be mine. But it could have been very fast 2 Hellions. And in that case I need to stand on the ramp with my first 2 units. So it's important to check that. Now this is a very rare build order. This is not something that's very common. As it's very easy to scout. It costs him a fair amount of economy. And Stargate should be capable of defending everything with relative ease, I believe. Now I could go across the map with this adapt. But that might be a little bit risky. But I'm a risky player, so what can I say? I'm just gonna go. So no reactor also means that there's not gonna be a very high marine count, of course. As he simply can't have that high of a marine count. Okay, losing my first adapt is really painful. At least we figured out it's a mine, but it's very important that you don't lose any early game units against this, or you could be in a lot of trouble. Because his DPS is going to be relatively high. He's going to hit like 15 seconds faster than he usually does. Actually, I'm just going to get a battery, just in case. So I'll go Oracle. I'm going to scout with a probe again, because I need to confirm a thing or two. And we'll go straight into a Phoenix. We get a 4th adapt, which is now going to be our 3rd adapt, because we lost one. Sad. Okay, well, we see him. Little pylon here. So this is a... pretty poor micro by me, honestly. Now, perhaps we can do something here. We do have to be a little bit afraid of Banshee, as that seems like a very reasonable follow-up here. So I'm gonna get a battery in both of my mineral lines, in case he is getting Banshee. We're also gonna, like I said, move across the map to try and do some damage. Go straight into a 3rd base. Oh, it is a Banshee. actually. So he's just attacking my thing over there, which is completely fine by me. No. Now I can kill this with my single Phoenix. And this might look pretty bad, like wow, he did a lot of damage to you, but actually no, this was really good. Like we have way more workers than him, like way more workers. We have pretty solid defense everywhere, like we could move out again without leaving detection behind. But we also have the means now to get detection if we want to. We have decent base defenses, we have a nice Phoenix count, and we know exactly what he's doing. And like I said, he has no workers, which is really a very big deal. Okay, this is actually kind of, well, I don't want to say dangerous, because I don't think it actually is dangerous, but it has the potential to be dangerous. If we would forget to micro our units whatsoever. Where the hell did my observer go? Over here. Nice. Okay. So, once again, we're just gonna move across the map. It's not necessary. We could also just play this out in a macro game, but he just moved onto us, so we're gonna move on to him. And we have base defense everywhere. We're gonna get one more observer at home. Let's see what he has. Okay, he's getting a pretty decent count of workers now. Still no reason to worry. Okay, come here, my friend. I am just a poor boy, and my story is seldom told. I have squandered my resistance. Rising just in the memory is what he wants, and disregards the rest. Nice. Did a lot of damage. We're just gonna go back temporarily. I could do two things. I could go Blink Stalker or Charge. Actually, just gonna go Charge. It's probably worse in the long run, but it might allow us to finish this game slightly faster, so we can go into the next game faster. Yeah, he is getting a lot of what do you call them? A lot of mines as well, so we gotta be a little bit careful, at least semi-careful. We'll actually get a Templar Archives, so we can get some of those. And we continue Phoenix production. Now we continue the Phoenix production, so if he ever decides to move out, we just kill every single unit that he has. Like right now. So as a, what we like to call, a rookie mistake. Oh. Get one of these. One more observer with us. We have a good unit count. We have a good Phoenix count. Honestly, I don't really see him hold a third base anytime soon. But perhaps he has different plans. We just get Blink anyway, because we have so much money and we're so much richer than him. Like, we can do whatever the hell we want. Is there a third base here? No third base here. No third base here. So we're just going to keep these two third bases occupied, or potential third bases. It's not a third base until there's a base there, of course. I don't quite enjoy this. the mines make it very difficult to engage into him. Luckily there's an easy solution if you're playing Protoss. This unit's called the Disruptor. You can kill loads of mines at once. Come on. Just in time. And we're gonna get some of these. Oh, we're actually being shot at from a distance. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it happen. We still have 70 workers. I think we might be able to walk into here and kill him, but I've had some really bad experiences with this. Okay, yeah, this might be our opportunity. Yeah, I've had a fight exactly like this before, where in the end, I barely didn't have enough stuff, and then I lost the game because he walked across the map with mines and I couldn't kill them. That was very sad, but I don't think it's gonna be the case this time. GG gets called. Mr. ABGS Hours loses the game to us, and we climb a little bit up the ladder. Plus 7 points for this. 6-7, 6-8. Absolutely beautiful. Next one. Hello everyone. Welcome back. Here we have Mr. Awers once again against us. 6.1k Terran. Who likes his mech? Some macaroni and cheese. We're gonna play similar to the last game. If he opens similar as well. I hope we just get a regular barracks first. But usually players that go into mech, they much rather have gas first. You get slightly ahead in the gas count that way, and it's very important for mech to get your early tech as well. Because most of the time when you play mech, you go from some kind of triple CC opener or from a very, very aggressive early game opener into either triple CC or like some 2-base all-in. 2-base all-ins are very uncommon with mech, honestly. So most of the time it's triple CC, like something very aggressive into triple CC, or something that creates a lot of starport and factory units early game into triple CC after some kind of push. Because you don't get to set up your economy as fast, or your infrastructure as fast with mech as you do with other things like bio. Is he coming from here? Okay, so well, this is nice. Everyone gets to see exactly how to deal with proxies. So he most likely starts with a Reaper. Why would he cancel it? Okay, just go into eBay. I don't mind losing a single probe to this. If it's more than one probe, that would suck a bit. Unless I get the Reaper for it. Oh, I completely mismarked that. Yeah, okay, now this was a relatively good early game, I would say. You can just go into Stargate again. He's gonna keep building Reapers. Seems like a weird move. Yeah, okay, he's not doing that. That would have been a weird move, honestly. Don't have enough money to start new probes. This is decent early game. Like nothing too special, nothing too bad. We might have a slightly delayed Nexus compared to his CC. But we have pretty fast stack, and I think we might be able to do something with that as well. Sometimes it's hard to say though, exactly in these situations, who's ahead, who's behind. He's gonna move across the map with a Cyclone most likely now. I actually am not a massive fan of Stargate against this, I have to admit. But in this case it's actually relatively nice, because we're gonna get a free Cyclone. And we're gonna move straight across the map. Come on, out of vision, out of vision. Out of vision, out of range, out of vision, out of range. Now we're gonna get another Stalker. We actually could get a couple more Stalkers. It's still completely possible. Okay, so there's two things that I think he could be doing. One is Mass Cyclone with his upgrade. Like the upgrade that makes him do more damage. And the other one is still just standard Banshee, or well, standard Banshee, just into Banshee from here. Could also be Battle Cruiser with the amount of gas that Chief's taking here. So this looks nice because I'm doing a lot of damage, right? But actually this is pretty dangerous now, because I don't actually have a lot of units. So I'm actually kind of afraid of any kind of push that he could do. I'm not too happy with how I took care of this. We're gonna be going into Blink as a result. But yeah, this is not a very good start for me at all. So let's hope he doesn't see my third base, just straight walks up to my natural ramp. Oh, that's very good that I got that one off. It is actually really painful, because oh, he missed my crowd. No, he didn't. Not quite far enough. Ah, slightly out of range. Now we got him. Okay, so I'm not feeling super comfortable, honestly. So I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm giving up that base. Crap. Yeah, this is not a great situation. Our early game was actually kind of okay. But it just... This is one of the problems I have when playing Oracle after this. Is that even... I did do a lot of damage, so we might still be fine. I killed so many workers, but... Yeah, you gotta be real careful not to die against any kind of Cyclone follow-up, because you don't have really any tech. You just get kited really hard. Like, his micro was pretty mediocre. If he would have microed that slightly better, I think he might have just been able to kill me. Luckily for me, his micro wasn't a little better. Now, yeah, we're just gonna go into DT. When behind Dark Shrine. But also when you perceive to be behind Dark Shrine. Like, I think the hardest thing now for me is to figure out exactly where I am in this game. say I don't really know. Like, am I ahead? Am I behind? Are we even? It's very rare to be even in StarCraft though. Okay, so we have some of these bad boys. Blinking in is perhaps what we like to call a rookie move. They kill your stuff way too fast, I think. So I'm gonna go around with a prism for my DT drop. And then I'm thinking of either getting an observer. Yeah, I don't have enough for a disruptor yet. I don't have my thing yet. My robo bay. Okay, he does have a. This is actually gonna be really hard to break for me, because if there's tanks, oh, I wasn't paying attention really. Tanks and cyclones, and like, yeah, he's just gonna abuse my. Like, basically, he's gonna be abusing my lack of being able to attack into him. Now, my DTs on the other side are actually doing a lot of damage, which is really nice to see. He doesn't have an eBay yet. Oh, that was stupid. I wish that hadn't happened. Luckily, we managed to keep this one alive. This is nice. This is gonna be a reactor. That's odd. He gets my prism, but I don't really care about that. Maybe we can get one of the cyclones. Maybe he gets another scan in. Did he move out of here? I think so. Oh, dang it. So, let me just mute this guy. One of my DTs still going absolutely ham. And now we actually have a pretty decent setup, I think. We have observers with speed. So this army might not be great at fighting into tanks, but it's actually pretty great at defending against tanks. And what I mean with that is that if he moves out, you can just send your disruptor shots to him, and you should be completely fine. Like, you slightly outrange tanks with your disruptors, usually. Well, they have the same range, but because your shot has a radius, you actually slightly outrange your opponent. So, here you see. I will shoot him, and he will die. He will shoot on my observer, and it will die. And we can transition into loads of things from here as well, don't forget. Ooh, this is... yeah, look dangerous for him. I think he might just die right now. Well, no GG. He forgets to GG. That happens to the best as well, of course. Mr. Hours. So, let's have a quick look at that early game to see exactly how it went for both of us. After this, I was 2 workers up. My Nexus was slightly faster. I think if I don't open Stargate, I'm in a lot better position already. But it's still, yeah, it's still a completely fine position because I have some good map control, basically, with my Oracle as well. And I mean, once my Nexus finishes, I'm just up 7-8 workers. So this is, yeah, slightly better than standard situation for me. The only thing that's nice for him is that he got very fast infrastructure up. So he gets a very powerful 2-base push, which is what I kind of attacked into. Like, I killed a lot of workers here, which I should have done that earlier already. Like I lost too many. I wanted to go for the Cyclones, but I really couldn't. So here I kill like what, 9-8 workers, lose 1 Oracle. But now I have a big problem because I really have no counter play to his Cyclones. I think if he micros this well, there's no way I'm winning. Absolutely no way. But he was way too patient. Like he didn't go in quick enough. And actually this stasis helped me so much, because if there's 3 extra mines here, it becomes really difficult, I think, for me. But yeah, he forgot to GG in the end. I forgot to not make a Stargate, so we both forget things. What you shouldn't forget though is to like this video, comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube. Love you all. See you next time. Bye bye.